Awesome. Well, welcome. This is our weekly Transformation Thursday call. I actually almost titled this call When You Want to Fold because I honestly didn't want to show up tonight. My life has felt really stretched lately. And if I'm being real, transformation has felt really out of reach. Like I know what I should do. I know I need to keep moving forward, but a part of me wanted to shut down completely. And I find many people find themselves here, right? Like we want to grow, we want peace, we want change, right? But life already feels heavy. And transformation also hits people differently. Some people struggle to say yes to transformation in the first place, right? Because life has disappointed them so many times already. I've personally experienced in that in many areas of my life. And then some people finally say yes, and then once they start growing, pressure hits, right? Old habits start to pull us back again. Finances might be hard. The stress gets louder all of a sudden, and comfort starts looking easier than growth. And that's where I was finding myself. And hope fades, and it can happen in a matter of minutes, and it can last a matter of minutes. And it also can affect your whole life, and it can affect the life, all the lives around you, whether it's your children, your family, your friends. And, I find too that many of us experience both of these places because there's a part of us that wants to move forward while the other part wants to disappear, especially when things get hard. And there will be hard times, right? That is a part of our journey. And I absolutely love, in the Bible where Paul talks about doing the things we don't want to do and then struggling to do the things we know we should do because there's real tension on who we are and who we're becoming. And that's what I've been feeling hard. I wanted to shut down, I wanted to isolate, I wanted to avoid everything instead of continuing to show up. But here I am, moving through, right? And that is the good part. And not because everything has suddenly changed in my life, but because I have this accountability in place. I have this community. I have these rhythms built into my life that really help pull me forward instead of letting me completely spiral backwards. And I cannot stress enough how much this community means to me because if this call wasn't already on my schedule, I wouldn't have this accountability. I probably would have isolated, right? But this community gave me a reason to keep showing up. And what is this community? Well, this community rests on a foundation of the ULT, the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Pack. And that's really what I want to get into tonight. I really want to share what's in the pack and why it's so transformational, because whether life feels chaotic or you're in your groove, having rhythms in place that support your body without needing to overthink it, that's the game changer, right? So let me just show you. So we have the power shake. This is real nourishment, fast. In just a few sips, you're getting alkalizing minerals, vitamins, phytonutrients. There's an equivalent of multiple microgreen salads worth of nutrition that most people are just not getting consistently. This makes it consistent. I absolutely love this. The dark berry protein. This gives our body the building blocks it needs to naturally produce collagen. And, as a woman in I'm moving into my mid 40s, I realize more and more how important it is for me so I can age healthy and I can recover in my skin and my strength and my vitality, my joints, right? I can still be working. And the Super Amino 23, which I cannot find my bottle at the moment, but that is one of my favorite products. If you know, you know. And that really helps us repair. So whether we have injuries or aches and pains in our body, it is there for our muscles. It's the essential amino acids that our body needs, and it goes into our bloodstream in 23 minutes, and you feel it, trust me. So whether it's mental clarity, energy, your skin tone, your muscles, like that is just the number one product in my book. Um, and no, our bodies are constantly trying to recover from stress, from toxins, from inflammation, from emotional stress, right? And so those amino acids are just foundational. Then we have the Biomedic, which is Purium's flagship product. It is there for helping to remove glyphosate out of our system, which is absolutely huge. It goes in and really helps transform our gut health so we can absorb the minerals into our body again. And Whether you know it or not, you're being affected by glyphosate. It's all over the headlines lately over this past year. And it really is. It's in our air, it's in our water, it's in the food we're eating, and we really can't get away from it no matter how much we can, but we do have biomedic to lean on to help us get that out of our bodies and for our family. We have the alpha omega is in this kit as well. I forgot I was showing products here, but this has just been game changer. My daughter's been using this. It's been helping with her skin, her eyesight. It helps with inflammation. It's helping with the brain and the heart. And so many people are low on these omegas. This makes it so easy. It's all plant-based from algae, so you don't have to have that nasty fishy, well, I mean, not say that. You don't have to have the fishiness to it. It's just pure deliciousness, and it's really easy to get in and get those nutrients. And then we have the Sleep Nightly, right? These are the core products. The Sleep Nightly, I'm not sure if you are familiar, but there's statistics right now that say that over 100 million Americans are sleep deprived. And this is when our body finally gets the opportunity to regenerate and to heal. And so many people are exhausted, right? And when we're not getting that deep restorative sleep, our bodies cannot recalibrate. So getting good night's sleep is so important, especially if you're parents in this world or you're a student. So key. And then it comes with the super cleanser. And this really helps to cleanse our elimination pathways because when your body is getting the stuff out that doesn't belong and you're able to absorb the nutrients that you're trying to give it to begin with and that it's been missing, that's when your body starts remembering what it was designed to do. And that's why so many people have incredible transformation with this. Again, we call this the ULT. It makes it so easy. It literally takes minutes, if even that, to get this in daily and complete game changer. So this is when regeneration becomes possible. I've personally experienced so much transformation with Purium. I've witnessed it in my family. One of my favorite parts is seeing how this transformation keeps unfolding for other people. So whether it's been, you're 3 days in, you're 3 months in, you're 3 years in, people still can come and share a new testimony every time. And that is absolutely incredible to me. It's like what God's doing with his pure ingredients when we flood our bodies with it instead of constantly depleting it. You get to hear and witness so much transformation. So I'd really love to hear some transformation, some real stories, and feel free to share when life got heavy for you, moments you want to quit, moments when you wanted to disappear into survival mode, like I was feeling, but you kept moving forward, especially if you kept moving forward with the ULT. So whether it was this community, this nutrition, or these daily rhythms, I'd love to have you raise your hand. And if you wanted to share a few words, we'd love to hear your story. Yay. Awesome. Rita, thank you so much. I'd love to hear you.
Hey,
Nice.
Nicole. Thank you for this call. I always love when your energy and when you host and just being real. And I love this community and seeing all these beautiful faces. Thanks for being here. And yeah, I mean, along those stories, Purium really brought me back the hope. I remember your story, you saying it was like the basket of hope for you. And similar to me, because I'd honestly tried everything for 15 years of trying to get out of chronic pain and was starting to wonder if it was really possible, if getting back to those dreams and especially the athletics, because that's where I feel the most alive and passionate and just on purpose, is just in that movement and that freedom and dance and all that. It just brought all the missing puzzle pieces together so easily and fluidly for me. And I know I've shared this before, but just in a few days, I just felt like the lights came on in my body. And then a few months in, it was the first time I really recognized myself and felt like myself again. And then since then, it's just been a beautiful, continuous blessing, right? Just having that ease and simplicity. And one of the reasons that my heart is so deep in this is watching other people's transformations, but also Dave and Amy, the co-founders behind this, just their integrity and their mission and their vision, because it's really hard to find access to nutrients this way, in a way that we can access in a way that makes it so simple and, you know, easy to do. So I love that. I love the mission. I love the farming. I love it all. So I'm just grateful and grateful that I get to share this with my family and community. So thanks for holding the space. And I do know that feeling of just, trying and keep going. What is that story of like, I forget who it was, just pushing the boulder up the mountain, keep pushing, 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 and then it rolls back, right? And then pushing, 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 and then you hit that tipping point. So, yeah, we're here for everybody and throughout the process.
Yeah. And when she says that, she really means it. The Purium community is truly here for every person throughout the process. And I 100% agree. I'm so glad you brought up the co-founders, Dave and Amy. And they were really pioneers in making sure that every American has access to clean nutrients the way God designed it to be. And it can arrive right at your door. And that is a blessing. And we need to, share that far and wide. So, yes. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah.
So is it Nicole?
Nicole.
Nicole, am I saying that right?
Nicole.
Nicole. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Okay, Nicole. Yeah, thank you so much. I was like you, I was feeling a little strange. I heard what you were saying in the beginning. Um, and I kind of did not want to come because I felt like I've been falling off the wagon, so to speak, a little bit. I mean, I've had some successes, but then I was falling off a little bit. But then I said, this community is going to give me what I need to keep moving forward no matter what. So I need to come and get the beautiful energy and all of the beautiful stories you all tell about the successful stories. And the one reason why I came is because I know it's not going to be any judgment. But like you, I was thinking about not coming because I felt like kind of like an imposter a little bit because I haven't been doing exactly what I need to do. But I'm glad that I came. I'm glad that you all are sharing all these wonderful stories because it helps me to keep moving forward. And I love this community. I know I'm going to be doing it the rest of my life. I may fall off a little bit and not do all of the products, but I know that this is going to be a part of my life because it's already transformed my life so much so that I've had COVID 3 times, okay? And my sense of smell kind of went away, which sometimes that's not such a bad thing. But guess what? Since I have been on this program, I have noticed that it's coming back. And I don't know, I guess, that's what this does. It just kind of rejuvenates those cells that are, dormant, I guess I could say. But I was just kind of surprised, actually. But it was a wonderful surprise. So thank you guys for all that you do. Thank you for your consistency. Thank you for your perseverance. I appreciate you all and love you all. Thank you.
Oh, tear. Yes. And we're human. We're all going to feel these feelings, right? And to have Annette as comforting and as loving and as supportive and non-judgmental and as encouraging as this here is just it's a blessing. It's a blessing to have. So I'm so grateful you're here and absolutely love that. And you see, that's just another one of the examples of how the regeneration continues. So, life's going on. We may get things along the way, right? We break limbs. Right? We all have a story at some point in the game. And just because we had one transformation doesn't stop there, right? Like God's going to keep working us. So I love that you're here. Yay. And Amber?
Yeah, thanks, Nicole. Thank you for having this space. One of the things I've realized with this nutrition is that my body, I'm more aware of what my body needs. And like for my body, waking up in the morning, I need something right away to eat, to satiate my body. And this has been something that I've been able to have that rhythm of and doing it every single morning at a set time has been really, really foundational in having my body be able to balance and really get into that rhythm of, okay, what does my body need? It needs this, and be able to function the rest of the day. So I've learned that through this phase of, doing this nutrition. And it's something that if I don't do on a certain day, I feel off the rest of the day. So it's just like that reassurance that, yes, I need to do this daily, and keeping that. And it is so simple. So, waking up in the morning, like I'm having my shake at like 5:45 in the morning, which is probably crazy to some people, but that is what my body needs right then and there to have my blood sugars, you know, I feel safe that way. And, I just have it with my prayer time, and that is like my morning. And when that gets off a little bit, I feel it the rest of the day. So, so having those rhythms are really good, and just having that, what comes next in your day is very good, and that's been helpful.
Yeah, I love that. When being consistent, I love that, you brought up the pushing the boulder up the hill, but there's also one that shares the consistency is not like the cup being the same level the whole time either, right? Sometimes it looks like, the cup is full and then the cup gets empty and then it's in the middle, right? And so, but again, having the rhythms to come back to, it's like even in a song, right? It's not the same rhythm the whole time, right? It changes. You got to have a little variety in there, right? That's where the growth moments come in, where the excitement or the drama, and again, but to have something to come back to that's not complicated, that is fail safe, right? It's like it's got the nutrients, it's being farmed intentionally, that it's arriving to your door. Like it's just so consistent and reliable and trustworthy in a world that is not. That is such a blessing. And not only for us, but also for our family and our children to be able to lean and share on. So as you can tell, transformation it's not random. Like it takes work. It takes people showing up and showing up even when they want to disappear, right? And when we start to continue ourselves consistently and we build those rhythms, then we stay connected to support and community instead of isolation, right? Because that's usually when we end up going to the junk food and going and doing things that we know are not serving us. And I absolutely love the quote, and it really kind of ties into everybody's share, but it's not what you do all day, it's what you do every day. And our pastor at church said that the other day, and it just really hits me because, like, that's what transformation is, right? You can have one good day at the gym, but if you don't keep going back, don't expect your body to look like a bodybuilder, right? Like, it's about going every day and showing up every day. So, um, you know, every day we're either getting closer to the life we want or we're moving further away from it. And that's just the truth. And it's a reason why I'm here tonight, right? Because, the beautiful thing is, right, little decisions matter. So showing up to this call, it matters, right? And it helps to build our belief and build our connection. And whether it's one shake or one healthy choice or one moment of showing up instead of shutting down, right? The decision to start to rebuild instead of giving up, little by little, again, those decisions really do change our life. And, what a joy it is to know that we're still becoming, right? So I pray that you all have a joy-filled weekend. And I really hope to hear more transformation stories next Thursday. We do this call every Thursday at 6 p.m. We always have a different host, so it stays fresh and alive and real. And I invite you to get back to the person who invited you to this call, because trust me, they care about you more than you may know. And, we were never meant to live this life alone. So you guys have a great night, and you got this. Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Take care now. Love
Bye.
you guys.
Love
Bye.
y'all.
Take care now.